Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, guys, I will be come back in this day. 2 weeks later, I can't make some video because I have some activity and I must go to the Singapore and Malaysia. And this day I have opportunity to take some knowledge about the pavement. The title for my video is this day is how asphalt pavement developed in the world, and I make a sample for the road pavement or this asphalt in the Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia, and the UK, American States, and United States. Okay, for the introduce, seeing the development of the pavement today is very interesting for me. If I can deepen our knowledge about the pavement. We also study some history about the pavement and up the system management intelligence. Okay, next. The pavement history. Its beginning, the world was only the form of trace of human looking for the necessaries of life or was source. Yes, we know everyone must use the road for the activity in every day. If we going to market, going to school and other, and going to work, and this we always use in every day. After humans began to live in group, the track turned in part. Roads began to be made flat when humans began to use animals such as horses, donkeys, cows, and buffaloes, and a means of transportation at that time. Okay, the people began made flat when humans use to transportation. The human use animal like the horse, donkey to give some activity and some learning in one place to other place, and we must have something to increase the economic every day. The longer constructions of road pavement develop more and more, and this is always in the golden age in the world. Okay, the next slide. This is a picture about the development of road pavement, especially in Indonesia. That we have the starting the changeless make the road in Indonesia from the Anyar until the Panarukan, until finally in 17th century experts from France and Scotland. The French and Scotland discovered road pavement construction system that are the still parties commonly used in Indonesia and other countries in the world, which includes split stone pavement construction. This is created in two persons. There is the Thomas Telford and the Macadam pavement construction by Lauden Mac Adam. Lauden Mac Adam is we can take the name is Macadam pavement. On the tape pavement, in different the Macadam pavement and the other pavement, the Telford and Macadam is a different pavement. We can know the Macadam have a cruststone or river stones. The parts it's covered with smaller and fine stones. Then the top of the Macadam, we given a layer of ware that is asphalt binding material and have a separate with coarse sand is something sand in this pavement. While the Telford have the construction pavement consists of the cars maturing. This is stone maturing in 50 per 20 until 25 per 50, which is arranged upright. The street of the Antiquary was have the mostly developed road system. There is although they were worn out with asphalt in the. We can look this difference of the Telford and Macadam. The up is the Macadam construction. This consists of the fine material. This and have coarse material into different material. And the Telford, this is some measure from the pavement for the 50 until 20 for the stone, and 25 until 30 waging for the pavement construction. This we can introduce to our about the pavement for the Telford and Macadam. When the develop for a pavement, there is using asphalt as binding material, were first discovered in Babylon, and this tip for the pavement didn't develop until invention of the motor vehicle by gravel, demo, and coal beds. In the 1920 until now, pavement construction technology use a bending material as the advance to rapidly, and we find some material in some country in the world have two material. This is consists of material in the small material and the coarse material. We can take name this material is the asphalt binder course and asphalt wearing course, and once again is asphalt base course from the material. What is the structural element for the road construction? One is the main structural have a head and foundation under the pile, excavations, and pavement. The pavement construction generally consists of ones have the surface of the pavement, and the beginning the medium of the material is the top foundation layer. There is base course and bottom foundation layer, so base course and subgrade. What is the pavement structure type? The pavement structure type, this is consists of three parts. There is flexible pavement that uses asphalt and binding material, and have rigid pavement. There is pavement that use cement as a bending material and building material, and the third of the pavement is composite pavement. This is the joiners of the pavement construction with a lower layer structure using a concrete layer and covered with a surface of asphalt. This is very interesting, especially for the composite pavement. Use this pavement in some country. Okay, this is we can use some knowledge for the pavement, and after this I will take some video about knowledge. This is about the pavement in the American country. We can look, this video is very interesting to look this video. Okay, you can enjoy this video. Okay, before that I will be show my son and take this video. Please welcome.
Asphalt pavement might be the world's most recycled material.
My gut feeling is that asphalt can be recycled indefinitely.
But most recycling plants mix just a small amount of old product into mostly new pavement. That means we have to keep mining rocks and drilling oil just to keep roads in shape. One company says it's found a way to make 100% recycled asphalt.
You ask any old-time asphalt guy, and they give you a dirty look and laugh and say it's impossible, it doesn't work.
For years, Green Asphalt fought to prove its product is durable enough for New York City. Recycled asphalt usually costs less than the brand new stuff. But if it's that simple, why isn't everyone rolling out roads made from worldwide waste? Asphalt has two main ingredients: crushed rocks and a sticky mixture that holds them together. That goop is mostly bitumen, a fossil fuel originally found in tar pits. People have been using this stuff for thousands of years to waterproof containers, build stone walls, and seal boats. Its first use on a road was likely in Babylon more than 2,500 years ago. Asphalt roads came to the US in the late 1800s, and within a few decades, demand grew so much that natural sources couldn't keep up. So it became more common to make bitumen using crude oil. As oil prices rose in the 1970s, more people started reusing old pavement to cut costs. But regulators often limit how much old material can go into new mixes, usually around 30%, because of concerns that adding more would make roads weaker. That creates leftovers that can pile up.
If New York is going to mill up 1 million tons of asphalt and only is allowed to replace it with 30% recycled, what are you going to do with those 700,000 extra tons? It has to go somewhere.
100% recycled asphalt could make use of all of it, and eliminate the need for rocks mined from quarries.
The carbon footprint savings is the fact that we don't have to truck stone and oil from all over upstate New York.
In a place like New York City, which is almost always tearing up its roads to access utility lines underneath, asphalt recycling is a perfect match.
You'll pave a brand new road and then Con Ed will come and dig a trench through it, and nothing stays down for 10 years anyway.
To strip old asphalt off the road, workers use either a specialized machine that cuts and grinds up the pavement, or less precise methods. These old pavement pieces are called millings, and cities have to figure out what to do with all of them.
To recycle it saves a tremendous amount of money. You're not trucking it upstate, you're not trucking it to landfills.
Their next stop is this plant. On a typical day, Green Asphalt receives up to 50 dump trucks worth of product.
So back here is where trucks full of New York City's asphalt, old millings come in and get dumped every day.
Most of them will get right back in line and leave the plant filled with fresh, recycled asphalt. But the first step is crushing up the millings.
That machine on top of the pile is our excavator. He grabs the material, throws it in the crusher, and that's where we process the material.
A magnet picks out any metals.
Garbage, debris, leaves, the stuff that you see laying all over the New York City streets does not make good asphalt. If any plastic or road striping or fabric from the road base gets in it, that gets picked out by hand.
A conveyor belt carries the pieces through screens that sort them into 3 sizes: black sand, small rocks, and bigger ones. They'll be mixed back together in different combinations, depending on whether the asphalt will be used for potholes, private roads, or highways. Then it's time to turn up the heat. This flaming drum warms and mixes the asphalt at the same time.
After it's reached a temperature of 300 degrees, it's properly mixed. It comes out of the drum. We douse it with 0.5% of a paraffin oil.
Paraffin oil is still a type of fossil fuel, but recycling has lower overall emissions compared to making new product. The paraffin helps rejuvenate old asphalt, which degrades as it sits on roads.
And basically brings it back to life.
These mixes have to stay hot in order to spread onto roads smoothly, so the clock is ticking.
Asphalt has to be made and sold within 24 hours. You can't leave it up there for too long.
The final product is temporarily stored in silos.
Try to get 3 silos full of material. So as trucks start to take it, you're just running and keeping up with the trucks.
These aren't just any trucks, though.
The trucks are designed where the exhaust from the truck runs through the body of the truck, and that actually helps keep it warm.
Green asphalt mixes will end up on roads all over New York City. Here in Queens, workers are repaving 2 city blocks using 100% recycled asphalt. It'll take 14 workers about 5 hours. Anthony Rose has been in this business for a decade.
More and more companies are starting to use recycled asphalt, but not fully recycled. We are one of the few companies actually using 100% recycled.
These pavers say it's no different to work with than conventional asphalt. At the beginning of this job, excavators tore old asphalt off the road. It'll head back to green asphalt to start the process all over again. The company sold its first 100% recycled product in 2011. Convincing customers it would be as durable as new asphalt was a big hurdle.
We had to almost give stuff away for free. Everyone just has that old mindset, like if it's not broken, don't fix it.
The company runs quality tests every day to make sure each batch meets government standards, which vary depending on its final use.
Different things on bridges, different things for tunnels, different things for airport runways, things like that.
Matt Harrison runs those tests, which include checking how much air and moisture is in each batch.
Like a lot of people that don't use a lot of recycled material don't think it can be done because they don't process it the way we do, you know, like they don't test for all the little things that we do.
Despite the extra steps, Green Asphalt says its fully recycled mix is the cheapest option.
Our asphalt product here, which is 100% recycled, is actually 20% cheaper than our conventional asphalt.
In fact, one study found that the more you recycle, the more costs fall, mostly because you don't have to buy new rocks or binder to hold them together. That helps explain why, in countries like the US, Japan, and Finland, more than 90% of old asphalt gets reused in new roads. But if it's cheaper, why isn't fully recycled asphalt more popular? For years, asphalt producers and recyclers have fought a common enemy: blue smoke. It's a catch-all nickname for air pollution released while making asphalt. Some of these emissions can cause blood and liver problems. The more recycled asphalt in a mix, the more pollution you can get. Green Asphalt says it's found a way to minimize that problem.
You have to find the right distance between the flame and the aggregate so you don't catch on fire.
But even then, the process can create some blue smoke. The company told us its filtration system catches it.
It actually uses some water and patented bags that we designed ourselves here that filter out anything that could be harmful to the environment.
The idea is to clean up the emissions before they actually leave this smokestack. Blue smoke concerns are one reason many asphalt makers stick to about 30% recycled mixes. Older plants can't safely go above that without new equipment. Jim says economic incentives also play a key role because many asphalt plant owners also own quarries.
They own the stone or the oil supply that they're using in their products. Why would they want to recycle when they're using their own product and selling their own product? We're trying to break that trend. We don't want to buy stone. We don't want to buy oil. We want to make recycled asphalt.
Even if the whole world did switch to recycled asphalt, there'd still be some downsides. The black pavement absorbs heat, which is part of why cities are up to 5 degrees hotter than nearby areas. Alternatives, such as concrete, create a lot more planet-warming pollution, but usually don't need to be replaced as often. Asphalt has stayed popular because it offers a smooth ride, and its formula can be tweaked for different weather conditions. And since it's probably not going away anytime soon, we might as well recycle as much as possible.
Our mission is really for all asphalt to be green asphalt across the world. If people think your dream is crazy, then you must be doing something right. When everyone said we couldn't do it, it made us want to do it even more.
Okay, Alfred, we can find this is new interest. the topic is the green asphalt, and I also find this material is very interesting for we can know, but we not find the job formula. I will be dipping this material and have some research for the green asphalt. I do that. Okay, the next video I have the interest video about the intelligent management system in Singapore. I will be share with you. Okay, we can look this video.
We actually have a team of about 12 to 14 people, and then we work round the clock to manage the situations on the roads in Singapore. We actually have the speed graphs on the wall monitor. This actually shows the different speed on the different expressways. So it helps us to monitor drops in speeds which we need to be alerted to also detect incidents if there's any or any traffic abnormalities.
All expressway in Singapore is being installed with this camera. For the data it collected, it was being lined back to the OCC for our daily operation usage. Other than that, the data collected is also being so-called transmit to these smart apps that's on the handphone itself.
This is the brain of the controller. This is actually the logic processor. So the logic will process all the data collected and then you will send back to the regional computer via the telephone line.
Okay, I've done this short video about the intelligent management system in the Singapore, but not completed to we have video or the knowledge. But this is a symbol for the Singapore is use the intelligent management system and have a final point for the always road in the Singapore, and if have a new accident we can be detected for the accident and find the people wrong to the use the transportation or use the car, and this is very good for our to use this management system in our country. I think to Europe have the like a farm for the football, and this is intelligent management system or ITS. Some video in the traffic light, and we can record the accident or something can happen in the world in every day, every time, and we can find some people not use the regulation of transportation, and we can touch that for have some thanks for the people. And I think this is knowledge for share with you, our friends, and we can meet in 2 or 1 week ago to the other video. I think this is I can be share knowledge for you. I hope can increase your knowledge, especially for the transportation if you interest to study of transportation. Thank you very much for your time, and you can have a time for look my video. Thank you very much. This meeting will be closing. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, friend.